Google just dropped its first core update of the 2025 year, the March 2025 core update. Plus, in this update, they hinted that content creators may see some relief. But really? The update is rolling out right now. And if history tells us anything, some websites are about to skyrocket, while others will completely vanish. I'll be tracking this update during the rollout, and I will keep you posted on what I find. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss those videos. In this video, I'll cover what is the Google March 2025 core update, when you can expect changes for your website related to this core update, what content creators should expect from this core update, why Google isn't releasing more core updates more often, and then advice from Google on how to recover from a core update. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos on the March 2025 core update. So core updates are Google updates to its core ranking system. It determines basically how one page ranks number 1, another website ranks number 2, another ranks number 3. And Google makes updates, these core updates, to its search ranking algorithm to help determine what is the most relevant website and most appropriate website to show for a specific query. Google says their core updates are designed to help present the most helpful, reliable, and useful search results to the end user. Google says these core updates are broad in nature, don't target any specific website, and aim to improve the overall quality of the search results. The March 2025 core update was rolled out on March 13th, 2025 at around 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Google said it would take about 2 full weeks to roll out. Google specifically said about this core update, and I quote, "This is a regular update designed to better surface relevant, satisfying content for searchers from all types of websites." So when could you expect to see changes with this March 2025 core update? Sometimes you can see changes literally the same day it's announced, but generally you'll notice a change within a few days of the core update being released. Sometimes it can take longer, sometimes it's less, but generally you will notice within a few days. You shouldn't feel safe if you don't see any changes within the first few days. It could take the full 2 weeks or so for that update to actually impact your website. Generally what I see with these core updates is that you'll start to see some of your most important pages start to notice a ranking change within the first few days. Then it will slowly graduate to other pages throughout that time frame. So wait till you see that Google confirms that the core update is finished rolling out until you actually know you are safe. And I will let you know in a future video when that core update is done. What about content creators? Those hit by the helpful content update in September, those hit by previous core updates that are content creators making useful content. You know, the content creators that Google invited to their campus just several months ago. Are they going to see relief with this March 2025 core update? That's an interesting question. So Google said in their post, "We also continue our work to surface more content from creators through a series of improvements throughout the year. Some have already happened. Additional ones will come later." It makes it sound like this March 2025 core update will not actually have some significant impact on surfacing content from those content creators that were actually hit by previous core updates. Google's not making any commitments with that statement. It's basically saying stuff happened before, it's saying stuff will happen in the future, but it doesn't say something will happen with this core update. I could be wrong. With any core update, any site could actually see improvements or decreases or stay the same. So we won't know for sure until this core update is released, but it seems like most sites that were hit by the helpful content update or the previous core updates might not see improvements with this core update. Although, nothing guaranteed until we see this core update roll out. And again, watch for future videos to get more information about that. One thing I keep asking myself is, why is Google not releasing more core updates more often? Google said towards the end of December that it plans to release more core updates more often to make it more seamless and more streamlined so it's not as impactful or hurtful for those who are hit. So you get a core update in January, early January, mid-January, late January, several times throughout a month, as opposed to just 3 or 4 times a year. But that didn't happen yet. We waited until mid-March for Google to release another core update. Basically 3 months since the December core update happened. So why are we not seeing more core updates more often? Maybe that will happen with future core updates this year, but so far in 2025, we haven't seen that yet. And I guess Google's goal with having more core updates more often is that if you get hit by a core update, I don't know, today, maybe in 2 weeks, Google could have another core update that will actually go ahead and bounce you back. So it doesn't hurt you as much. Again, we haven't seen that for 2025 yet, but maybe we'll see that in the near future. Google gives a whole slew of advice when it comes to fixing your website for core updates. And most people that get hit by core updates try to go through that list and make improvements. Ultimately, many people who have gone through these tips have not really seen significant recoveries in the long run. Maybe because they haven't fully implemented these changes. Maybe they haven't done it well enough. I don't know. But Google has listed a ton of advice for webmasters and SEOs and content creators in order to help recover from a core update. Google cited their previous Panda advice from 2011. Google says to make sure your content quality is up to par. Make sure you have experts really understanding what the content's about that you're writing so that you can write it at an expert level. Make sure the presentation of that content is done at a high level so that people enjoy reading the content on the page that it's on. Are you comparing your stuff to other stuff? Is it just like stating stuff and not even doing comparisons to give people sometimes apples to apples or apples to oranges? Are you looking over at the quality raters guidelines to look understanding EAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness? There's a whole slew of advice. I can't go through it all. Just Google core update advice and I'm sure you'll find it. If Google's core update is working as you expected. Otherwise, you might not be able to find it in the Google search results. Just kidding. It should be there. So again, the core update has started to be released on March 13th. It will take about 2 weeks to roll out. I hope you guys do well with this core update. Definitely let me know in the comments what you're seeing, and I'll post another video shortly with what we're all seeing. Make sure to subscribe and comment below. Thank you so much.